Hello guys, it's Katie and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be seeing how many pumpkins I can crochet in just one day. So for this video I'm just going to be crocheting the normal amount that I would in one day, and we're going to see how many I can make. So I'm not going to do anything extreme like staying up way later than I normally would or anything like that. For this video we're just going to see how many I get done in a typical day of crocheting. Instead, I'm just making all pumpkins instead of whatever else I would be making in one day. So for this video, all of the materials that I end up using will be linked below for you. And I did end up using a couple of different patterns because I get bored of just the same one over and over again. So all of that will be linked below in the order that I used everything. But with that, we're going to get started on crocheting all of these pumpkins. Alright, you guys, so I'm about to get started with making my first pumpkin. So for this first one, I have Bernette Blanket yarns. This is Bernette Blanket Brights in the color Carrot Orange. This is Baby Blanket in the color Baby Sand. And this is Regular Blanket in the color Deep Sea. So I'm going to be using all of these, of course, for the pumpkin, for the stem, and for the leaf. And then I have a 7mm hook, and I'm going to be making my own pumpkin pattern, which is actually going to be released on Tuesday. You guys are seeing this video on Friday, so just a few days afterward. And this will be a free pattern that is available on my Instagram and on my Ribbler. So if you're interested in that, then of course go ahead and follow me over on Instagram so you can see once it's up. But I am starting this first pumpkin right now, and then I will more than likely be making other patterns as well. Alright you guys, so I've made it to decreasing rounds, and for this pumpkin I've decided not to make a face on it, but I think I will probably make this pattern again during this video, and I'll probably make it with a face the second time, but I just want to see how it will look without the face because I've already made it once with the face. But yeah, the next step would be to make the face, and since I'm not doing that, I'm just skipping that. And also, so you guys know, this pattern is also going to have an alteration where you can make it into an orange, because if you make the stem in green instead of brown, it really does look like an orange. So I'm also going to include that alteration when the pattern comes out for free. That way you can make it as an orange as well if you want. But that's just a little side note. But after this round, I'm gonna stuff it and then work on the leaf and the stem. Alright you guys, so I am now just using a yarn end to make the little indentions in the pumpkin so that it is a pumpkin instead of just a circle. So yeah, once this part is done, then I will be making the stem and the leaf, and then another pumpkin, which we are going out to dinner tonight, so I will probably work on a pumpkin in the car as well. But I'm not going to film in the car because that is like impossible to do. So I will instead just show you afterward what I end up getting finished in the car. But yeah, as you can tell, this looks a lot more like a pumpkin now. Alright y'all, now I am moving on to the stem, and then it will be the leaf, and then sewing everything. Alright y'all, the leaf and the stem have been made, so now I just gotta sew them on, and then this little pumpkin will be done. I am starting on the next pumpkin, which I'm actually going to start with the leaf and the stem, and then I'll probably be working on the pumpkin in the car. But if I do this first, then I only have to bring one color. So yes, that's why I'm doing that in this order. And also this is the same pattern that is by me, but I will just be making it with a face this time. Alright you guys, back home now, and actually I didn't spend as much time in the car as I thought. So I only got the body or base of the pumpkin, whatever you want to call it, done. And I was going to add a face to this one, like I said originally, but the eyes that I brought with me were way too small. So I've decided that I think I'm going to make a face with felt on this one instead of with eyes and then embroidering. Anyways, my next step is going to be to make it actually look like a pumpkin. And then sewing everything. Alright you guys, here is this pumpkin done. Like I said, I might make a face on it later, or I might just leave it, I'm not sure yet, but for right now I'm going to move on to another pumpkin, which I think I'm going to use a different pattern. So I'm going to look for a pattern that I like and start that. I'm thinking maybe a bigger pumpkin. Alright you guys, I found a pumpkin pattern from All From Jade on her Ravelry. This one is free, so that's what I'm going to be making right now, and this one is quite a bit bigger than my little tiny pattern. So this is my first time making it though, so we'll see how big it actually ends up being. Also, I'm probably going to run out of this yarn, but I have 2 more full skeins of it, so that's okay. Alright you guys, I just used up the skein I've been using, so I'm about to start on this new one here. I'm on round 9 currently, so I'm about halfway through I believe. So I will update you once I'm closer to being done. Alright, so I've now done a couple of decreasing rounds, and next step is to add some stuffing. So I'm going to do that, and then I will have a few more decreasing rounds to do, and then the stem and the little leaves. But this is the large pumpkin. I realize now that the pattern actually has 2, one for a small one and one for a big one. But I went with the big one because, of course, I already have my pattern, which is small. Okay, now we just have a circle, and I'm going to do the same steps that I have been doing on my little pumpkins to make little indentions for the shaping. Alright, so for this pattern, the stem and the leaf are actually made with a medium weight 4, but I'm still going to use blanket yarn, so I'm just going to alter it a bit. Alright, now it's just time to sew the stem and this little leafy piece on. Alright you guys, I think this took me a little bit over an hour to finish up, but that is this pumpkin done, so that is the 3rd one of today. I am going to take a break because my hands are hurting currently, but once they feel a little better, I will get back to making another pumpkin, and I think I want to find a different pattern anyways, so I'm gonna look for that as well, and then I'll get started on whatever new pattern I find. Alright you guys, I have some different yarns here now, and I'm gonna make a mini pumpkin that'll be like a keychain size, and I might make a couple of them depending on how well I like the pattern and everything, we'll see. But I have Red Heart Super Savers here for that, coffee, hunter green, and this might be like carrot or something, I'm not 100% sure, but it'll all be linked below, and a 3.75mm hook. So I'm just gonna get started on this. This should be pretty quick, but we'll see. Alright, so I have made the pumpkin part, so now I need to close this and then of course do the little indentions like normal, and then the little stem and the leaves. Alright you guys, here's this little tiny pumpkin. I think I will put this on a keychain at some point, but right now I'm just gonna leave it because the keychain part takes a while and I have to go grab the keychain stuff. So that'll be later on, but I'm gonna start another one with this same pattern right now. So since this is the same pattern, I'm gonna just go ahead and start, and I will come back and update you once it's finished. Alright you guys, here is another little tiny pumpkin. So that is 5 pumpkins so far. So I've now decided that I'm going to make my own pattern again, and this time I'm going to make it with a face with safety eyes and embroidering the mouth. And from now on I'm just going to be updating you guys as I'm starting one pumpkin and then finishing it. So I will come back once I've made another one, but with a face. Alright you guys, here is my pumpkin pattern with a little face this time. So I think it's super cute. Here's it with the face and then without. So yeah, I'm super happy with this one, and I might make 1 or 2 more. I'm not sure. It is already getting late, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start 1 more of these tiny ones and maybe get that done tonight. Alright you guys, I finished this 3rd mini pumpkin a little bit ago, but I forgot to update, so I'm not sure exactly how long it took me, but anyways, we now have 3 of these. Alright you guys, so I have officially finished the day of crocheting all of those pumpkins, so I'm going to show you in the order that I made each one. So first we have one with my own pumpkin pattern, which again, this one is going to be released on Tuesday. You guys are watching this video on Friday, so it will be on my Instagram and everything, so just follow me over there to see when that is up. But this was the first pumpkin that I ended up making. Next we have a second one with the same pumpkin pattern that is by me, and I'm still planning to make a face on one of these. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I do want one to have a face with felt as well. Next we have this bigger pumpkin, which this pattern is a pattern that I found online for free, so this will be linked below for you as well. That pattern had 2 different ones, one for a smaller pumpkin and one for a larger one. This is the larger one, just so you know, in case you're interested in making it yourself. But I did use a smaller yarn than the person that made the pattern, I'm pretty sure. So Anyways, that was this one though. Then next, right in a row, I made 2 of these baby pumpkins, really tiny ones, and I am planning to put these on keychains, I think, but either way, they are super cute and adorable. And then we have my pumpkin pattern again, this time with a little face that I added safety eyes and then embroidered the mouth, but it is the same pattern as these 2 as well. And finally, we have another mini pumpkin. So that is 3 of these mini pumpkins total, 3 of the pumpkins that are from my own pattern, and then 1 of this larger pumpkin. But that is 7 pumpkins total to answer the question of how many I actually ended up making in one day. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of today's video and if you would like to see more like this one. I was thinking maybe for winter time doing like how many snowmen can I crochet in one day or something like that. So let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see that. And if you guys do want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bell. That way you know every single time I upload a brand new video. And if you guys do want to see more from me in general, you can always check out more videos of mine, my blog, my Etsy shop, my Ribbler shop, all of my social medias, and my second channel. All of that is always included in the description box down below for you guys, as well as for this video. Again, you can find all of the materials that I ended up using. So with all of that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys here in the next one. Goodbye!